Hello and welcome to SGPN's Daily Dog. I'm your host, Britton Hess, and I'm here with my favorite Underdog fantasy plays for Underdog Pick'em on Tuesday, July 23rd, 2024. If you're new to Underdog Fantasy, sign up with promo code DailyDog for an up to $250 deposit match bonus. All right, that's enough about the promo. Let's get into the plays. We're going to start out with a tennis play. We're going to ATP Atlanta. Juncheng Shang, Jerry Shang as he's colloquially called in American broadcasts. Juncheng Shang versus Andres Martin. We're taking Jerry Shang higher than 5.0 aces in this matchup. Shang isn't a big guy. He's not overly powerful. He's not, one of these 6'8" serve monsters out there. But he still has a very nice serve. He still has a tricky serve. A lot of getting aces isn't necessarily overpowering your opponent. This is the ATP level. Overpowering your opponent isn't going to be that easy to do unless you're Karen Khachanov, Hubert Hurkacz, or one of those guys. You got to deceive where the ball is going. You've got to be tricky. You've got to get spin on it. That is what Shang excels at. So higher than 5.0 aces. He played 2 qualification matches on this surface in Atlanta already this week. In the first match, he had 10 aces. In the second one, he had 8 aces. His opponent, Andres Martin, the number 483 player in the world. Yeah, a guy who is just lucky to be here. He's lucky that the field is not stacked. He didn't even have to play in qualifications. He got a wild card invite to this tournament. So he is very far below Shang's level. Shang is about number 89 in the world right now. Martin is number 483 in the world. Martin has been playing on hard courts the last several weeks, while Shang has been off playing in the grass swing. Martin's last 4 matches, 8 aces against, 6 aces against, 6 aces against, 11 aces against. I promise you that Shang is going to be able to serve as well as any of those guys he was seeing on the challenger level. So 5.0 is just too low for me. First play, Juncheng Shang at ATP Atlanta, higher than 5.0 aces versus Andres Martin. And that match should begin at about 4:30 p.m. Pacific, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. But make sure you stay tuned because obviously things are going to be a little bit, it's a tennis tournament. Things are not going to be on schedule. That's all I will say. So next pick is going to be Taylor Ward, higher than half of the total base against Logan Gilbert and the Mariners. Simply put, Taylor Ward just too good of a hitter to have a half a total base, even at a 0.85x multiplier. He's got 17 at-bats versus Logan Gilbert, and he's batting .353 in those at-bats. He's had a little bit of a slow stretch in July, but his last 2 games, he's had 2 hits in each of those, so he is heating right back up. Again, I know it's righty on righty, and Logan Gilbert is, a quote-unquote scary pitcher to face, but Logan Gilbert doesn't have a ton of those dominant performances where he allows 2 hits over the course of 7 innings. So I definitely like Taylor Ward's chances in this one to get at least half of a total base. And if he doesn't get it against Gilbert, he can do it versus the bullpen. So higher than half the total base here for Logan Gilbert. Next, we are going to Carlos Santana, higher than half of a total base against Zack Wheeler and the Phillies. There's some wild splits in this matchup historically. So these guys have faced off quite a few times. Oh, look, the Daily Dog Cat is here to step on the keyboard. All right, so where was I? Carlos Santana, higher than half of a total base against Logan Gilbert. So, Carlos Santana, higher than half a total base versus Zack Wheeler and the Phillies. Sorry, the cat got my tongue literally right there. So, Santana has 12 plate appearances against Wheeler in his career. He's got 6 walks. So half of his times at bat against Wheeler have been walks. I know that might seem scary for taking a total base prop, but hear me out. So he's got 5 at-bats, and he's got 3 hits in those 5 at-bats. 5 of those walks that he has had against Wheeler, they all happened in the year 2018 when Santana was a Philly and Wheeler was a Met. So yeah, that's kind of ancient history, and these guys are obviously in way different parts of their career right now. Last time they squared off was last year. Santana went 2 out of 3 with 2 singles against Wheeler when he was on the Brewers, and obviously Wheeler was still on the Phillies last year. So I just think that it's a good matchup for him. He's a good hitter, higher than half a total base. I mean, he had 2 hits in his last 2 games. So it's just crazy that Wheeler's getting this much respect versus Santana, and this is a flat multiplier again. It's not like Wheeler's dominated this matchup. It's not like Santana is a corpse out there. Yeah, he's 38, but he's still productive. As I said, he's got 2 hits in his last 2 games. So just a half a total base at a flat multiplier is super good value. I'm happy to put this one in the slip. I will be surprised if it is going to be a flat multiplier by the time first pitch is thrown in this game. So these three plays together come together for a 5.1x multiplier. If you put $10 down, that's to win $51.00. $20 is to win 102. So yeah, play as much as you're comfortable with, but I really like these plays. I think we got good value on them. We got good values on our plays yesterday, and the slip didn't come home, but that is just kind of comes with the territory. It's tough to win these every single day. If you want to know about my record and how I'm doing, there's a link in this description that will show you exactly every pick I've made since the Daily Dog has been around. So check that out. Also, I would recommend, if you're not using Underdog yet, sign up with promo code DAILYDOG, DAILYDOG at UnderdogFantasy.com and get a deposit match bonus worth up to $250. It's a 50% deposit match, so if you put $500 down, you get $250 in bonus cash. If you put $100 down, you get $50. If you put $20, you get $10. So however much you're comfortable putting on there, I would recommend doing that with the promo code, getting that bonus cash, and then using that bonus cash on the promos. There's going to be discounts on Tuesday. There's usually discounts on Tuesdays on promo on Underdog. I've been crushing the promo slips. I've got 125% ROI on the promos. So definitely make sure you're following me on Twitter and subscribe to this YouTube channel so you can see the shorts plays when I put these slips out, because like I said, I've been crushing them, and I usually try to put out 10-to-1 slips with these promos. So be aware of that for Tuesday, and use promo code DailyDog if you're new to the Underdog app. All right, now we are on to the Dong Squad, and it's a special Dong Squad. I have my normal three-player flex slip, but there was too many guys. I liked a lot of guys today, and I just had to add an extra two-leg slip, which is not a flex. It's just these two guys. It's a big long shot, so I recommend playing like $5 or less on the Dong Squad, because again, it's hard to get rich picking home runs every single day. If you want to do $3 on the flex slip and then $2 on the two-legger, feel free to do that. I think that's how I'm going to play it and how I'm going to document it on the show slip, because again, you shouldn't be, even it's $5, it's not that much money, but you need to be conservative with your bankroll, and you need to make sure every dollar you put out there counts. So again, I am going to be splitting this slip up, and it's partly inspired by on Monday, where you guys I try not to drone on about every single guy I'm going to think is going to hit a home run. Usually I'm, whittling down the list for a couple hours during the day while I'm preparing to do this show. Yesterday, the two first guys left off the Dong Squad slip were Juan Soto and Jeff McNeil. Soto hit 2 home runs. McNeil hit a home run at a great multiplier. I was so sad that they were not on the Dong slip. And of course, the guys that actually did make the slip did basically nothing. So look for the guys that I had on yesterday's slip to hit home runs today, and look for today's guys to get to the warning track 10 times. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to be cynical about it. Let's get into the Dong Squad. The 3-leg flex slip. It starts out with a guy that has gone yard in 3 of his last 4 games, and he's facing a pitcher who's coming back from AAA. This is Vladimir Guerrero, higher than half of a home run. 6 of his 16 home runs on the year have come in July already. He is heating up at the right time, and he's facing Tyler Alexander, who's getting recalled from AAA to make this start. Why was Tyler Alexander in AAA? Well, because he allowed 13 home runs in 56.2 innings played at the beginning of the year. And then in his 6 starts during the beginning of the year, because he moved to the bullpen, he was so bad, he allowed 7 home runs. So he has not been a clean starter. Oh, and by the way, when he was in AAA, he allowed 5 home runs in 5 starts. So not all of his problems were fixed. Vladimir Guerrero is facing a lefty. He's a righty. Good matchup. Vladdy's hot right now. I love having him on my slip. We're going to go against another pitcher with home run problems. Jose Quintana allowed 4 home runs in his last start versus the Rockies, and that was not at Coors Field. That was in New York. So, we are going to be taking Aaron Judge here. 2x multiplier, get it on the slip. This is the type of spot where Aaron Judge will hit a dinger, and you'll be saying, oh my God, why did I not have him on my slip versus Jose Quintana? Well, that's not going to be a problem, because he is on the slip today. Lastly, we are going to O'Neal Cruz versus Lance Lynn. Lance Lynn, another pitcher, home run problems. He's allowed 7 home runs in his last 5 starts. O'Neal Cruz literally hits harder than anybody in baseball. And Lance Lynn is a contact pitcher. One of these days, O'Neal Cruz is going to go yard against Lance Lynn, and I think that day is going to be today. These 3 plays together, if it goes 3 for 3, 57.75x multiplier. If it goes 2 for 3, it's 9.62x. Again, this is a flex slip. I recommend being conservative on these. So yeah, I'm going to say put $3 on this and then save $2 of your $5 dong allotment for this next slip. It's a two-legger. Logan O'Hoppe, home run against Logan Gilbert and the Mariners. O'Hoppe is 2 for 6 versus Gilbert in his career. Both of those have been home runs. Let's make it 3 tomorrow, or not tomorrow. Let's make 3 today, O'Hoppe, this evening. And the next one, George Springer, a guy who I've been trying to get a winner on the Dong Squad forever. Springer's just seeing the ball so well. He could be hitting home runs every game right now. You know, he is actually getting that much hard contact. And again, he's facing Tyler Alexander, a pitcher who's got some real issues right now with long balls. So this two-leg straight slip, 47.81x, Logan O'Hoppe home run, George Springer, $2 to win 93 or something like that. It's 47.81x multiplier. But good luck. Let's win the show slip. Let's win both dong slips. Let's make some money.